Hi, welcome back to my channel.
Friend, welcome back to the channel. So today I have found a video that was pretty interesting and I wanted to share it with you.
Hi, I'm Alicia, i.e. Alicia J, the walking, talking baby doll, and hopefully I'm here to give you a good day or a better day, okay?
Just gonna give a disclaimer here. This will be about essay, not in a graphic way at all, but this will be generally about essay. And if that is something that may trigger you or just be too much to talk about, think about, click off the video, do whatever you need to, stay mentally healthy. And here's video.
If you ask me for $5 and I say no, and you take it out of my purse anyway, that's stealing. If you ask me for $5 and I'm too drunk to either say yes or no, and you take it out of my purse anyway, that's stealing. If I give $5 to you, that does not give your friend the right to then take $5 out of my purse without asking. That's stealing. If I gave you $5 in the past, that does not obligate me to give you $5 in the future. If you hold a to my head and force me to give you $5, that's still stealing, even if I physically hand it to you. If I'm flashing my money out for everyone to see, and so you take $5 from my purse, that's still stealing. If no one has ever given you $5 and you see that I have extra dollars in my purse and so you take some, that is still stealing. The reason that men are able to understand this is because that they still view $5 as more valuable than a woman's body.
Okay, so that was the video. First of all, I guess I'm just gonna open up with a question, and the question is gonna be, I don't know if it's a question or a task, but the question or the task that I'm gonna give to you that are listening out there is, what other ways would you extend this analogy to better help whatever to help men understand fully? And I guess a good question to add with that is, do you believe that there is a certain naivete or just kind of like dumbness or deftone? Like, do you think that men know and they understand, they just want to do whatever they want to do? Or do you believe that there does need to be some type of way to help them understand, because they have ignorance when it comes to this type of understanding? Question mark. I know that's kind of like a very like a loaded question or questions, but that's going to help the conversation down below. And yeah, just tell me how you guys feel about this. So this was a very good video. This is something that I would never have thought to do or take the time to do, because really I'm kind of like a person that if you're not on the same wave and I can't help you, and you will be left behind. But if somebody wants to take time and explain and maybe put awareness out there that may reach the right people who will go on and do something better, then maybe it needs to be done. I wish there was more men explaining to men things like this, because I think women, we exert so many like time, effort, resources, even just talking, going on a date and talking, or meeting up with a man, or having any type of scheduled meeting with men, or feeling like you have to explain to them like just how to live like adults sometimes. These things are like first nature for us, but having to explain it to them, it's just exhausting, right? And not to say that I have a problem with the creator of the video. I think that she broke it down in a very good way, in a way that men understand very tangible objects. That's what they understand. That's kind of how their energy is to me. I've kind of had that theory for some years now. Like, women are more so like intangible. It's the intangible feelings, things that can't be really like seen and outwardly manifested and objects and stuff. But men, they are more so based in tangible objects, cars, money, building. You know what I mean? Like they're very hands-on, visual, things like that. Whereas women are more like deep within. The energy, it is supposed to flow. It's supposed to be natural, organic, right? And we are different in those ways. And some men, they get it. Some men, they have a balance with it. Some don't. But basically, to use $5 in the analogy is a good way for a man who doesn't get it to have no excuse but to get it. Because in a man's mind, his money in his wallet is something that he could very much understand, control, discipline, self-discipline with that $5, as long as he's not like, I don't know, an addict or something like that. He can understand it in those terms of something that is above all importance to him. And that is crazy, but men are selfish like that and things. So yeah, I don't really have too much more to say regarding this video. I will come back and maybe come up with some more analogies myself in the comments. But yeah, I'm curious to hear from you, what you thought, what you felt. How did this make you feel? Did you think that, men would finally get something like this if we actually had to break almost every we do it online all the time. So it's kind of like, if you're not getting it at this point, I don't know what to say, dude. But do you think that we should break it down into a little bit tiny, like teach it for dummies, essentially, for them to understand in concepts that they get? Maybe we should make a whole book about that, because it's like they really don't understand our perspective, especially something that is so such a touchy subject, such a very like emotionally abusive, physically abusive concept. You would think that like, hey, if somebody came and did something to your body that you did not consent to, that you would be livid. You would go through rage, grief, everything, and sadness, feeling like something was taken from you, right, and stolen. And it's just crazy how they don't, majority of them, or a good portion of them, don't get it and don't want to get it. And I think that's just the nature of men, to be honest with you. And they actually like that they can. So yeah, I don't want to go too deep into this, because like I said, it is a very triggering subject, very kind of like sad, dark thing. But yeah, please let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you on the next one.